When, O Catiline, do you mean to cease abusing our patience? How long is that madness of yours still to mock us? When is there to be an end of that unbridled audacity of yours, swaggering about as it does now? Do not the nightly guards placed on the Palatine Hill, do not the watches posted throughout the city, does not the alarm of the people and the union of all good men, does not the precaution taken of assembling the Senate in this most defensible place, do not the looks and countenances of this venerable body here present have any effect upon you? Do you not feel that your plans are detected? Do you not see that your conspiracy is already arrested and rendered powerless by the knowledge which everyone here possesses of it? What is there that you did last night? What the night before? Where is it that you were? Who was there that you summoned to meet you? What design was there which was adopted by you, with which you think that any one of us is unacquainted? Shame on the age and on its lost principles! The Senate is aware of these things. The consul sees them. And yet this man lives. Lives! He comes even into the Senate! He takes a part in the public deliberations. He is watching and marking down and checking off for slaughter every individual among us. And we, gallant men that we are, think that we are doing our duty to the Republic if we keep out of the way of his frenzied attacks. You ought, O Catiline, long ago to have been led to execution by command of the consul. That destruction which you have been long plotting against us ought to have already fallen on your own head. What? Did not that most illustrious man, Publius Scipio, the Pontifex Maximus, in his capacity as a private citizen, put to death Tiberius Gracchus, though but slightly undermining the constitution? And shall we, who are the consuls, tolerate Catiline openly desirous to destroy the whole world with fire and slaughter? For I pass over older instances, such as how Caius Servilius Ahala, with his own hand, slew Spurius Maelius when plotting a revolution in the state. There was once such virtue in this republic that brave men would repress mischievous citizens with severer chastisement than the bitterest enemy. For we have a resolution of the Senate, a formidable and authoritative decree against you, O Catiline. The wisdom of the republic is not at fault, nor the dignity of this senatorial body. We alone, I say it openly, we the consuls are wanting in our duty. The Senate once passed a decree that Lucius Opimius, the consul, should take care that the republic suffered no injury. No knight intervened. Caius Gracchus was slain on suspicion of treasonable practices. Marcus Fulvius was killed. His children were put to death. By a similar decree of the Senate, the safety of the republic was entrusted to Caius Marius and Lucius Valerius, the consuls. Did not the vengeance of the republic, did not execution overtake Lucius Saturninus, a tribune of the people, and Caius Servilius, he praetor without the delay of one single day? But we, for these 20 days, have been allowing the edge of the Senate's authority to grow blunt, as it were. For we are in possession of a similar decree of the Senate, but we keep it locked up in its parchment, buried, I may say, in the sheath. And we are allowing you to go on hoping day after day that your life may last, not to the detriment of the Republic, but to the destruction of us all. Yes, indeed, you do openly confess that you are willing to become the leader of this army of yours, and that you are willing to die for them, for their interests' sake, and to make yourself the leader of the Roman youth. It is against us, I say openly, that the sword of Catiline has been long drawn. We are vainly crying out against you, and all the while you, Catiline, are at the gates of Rome, and now within our very walls. We have now to do with you openly, without any disguise. There is now war openly declared against us. You are waging war against the Republic. You are sitting there in your seat. The consul knows of your actions. We see it. We know it. This is the first time in the history of the Republic that such a thing has occurred. You will not answer, but I see well enough what you are doing. You are waiting to see if the men whom I have summoned to attend here today are courageous enough to put the utmost rigor of the laws in force against you, or whether they will only act with a little more vigor after you have been put to death. What are you waiting for, Catiline, if night and the darkness of night can afford no shelter to your crimes? If the guards which I have placed in my house are a check upon you, if the night watches posted in the city can keep you from stirring, if all your secret places of meeting can be traced and detected, if the light of day can discover all your actions, if the faces of all these men make you tremble, if the Senate itself is hostile to you, if the whole state is your enemy, if all the good men of Rome have declared themselves against you, if the eyes and ears of every person are watching and listening to you continually, if you have no place in the city where you can meet your followers, if you cannot appear in public, if you cannot come to the Senate, if you cannot show yourself anywhere without meeting the looks of the citizens that prosecute you, the citizens that condemn you, and these things, Catiline, are not hidden from your knowledge. They are not unknown to you. You do not, cannot deny them. I ask you, I demand of you, Catiline, why are you hesitating any longer? If you cannot bear the light of day, if you cannot stand the sight of Rome, If you cannot endure the presence of these citizens that hate you, why do you wait any longer? Why do you hesitate to leave the city? Why do you delay to retire to some other land? The Republic demands your departure. The Republic and the Republic alone will be relieved by your departure. The Republic desires you to depart. The Republic bids you to depart. Go forth then, Catiline, to that most impious and detestable war. Go forth to your camp. Lead forth all your friends with you. Take all your companions in your guilt. Remove all your followers. Purify the city. Deliver the Republic from your criminal actions. But fear not, Catiline, that if you obey my voice, you will be said to have been driven into exile by my commands. No, you will be able to say that you went of your own free will. But what is it, Catiline? Do you hesitate to do what I have bid you to do? Are you so attached to these walls and the roofs of this city that you cannot bear to go away from them? Yes, you will go away, but you will go to that camp of yours. You will go to your standard. You will go to Manlius. You will go to that host of desperate men. You will go to that abandoned band of profligates. And in doing this, you will carry out your nefarious designs, but you will do so without incurring the penalty of parricide. And here, O Jupiter, who art worshipped with the same rites as this city, whom we have consecrated with the same auspices as those under which this city was founded, whom we call upon as the guardian of this city, whom we invoke as the avenger of our enemies and of our traitors, do thou defend us and our city from the violence and the weapons of these outlaws. And when these men have been driven forth from the city, when they have been expelled from the society of the good, do thou destroy them, and all their friends with the same destruction. And as for these men who remain within our walls, who have plotted all these crimes, who have conspired with Catiline, who have entered into that most iniquitous league with him, who are his confederates, his accomplices, his partners in guilt, let them be punished with the most condign punishment. Let them be pursued with the most relentless vengeance. Let them be consigned to the most ignominious end. Let them be destroyed with the most complete destruction. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you next time!